Hello beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chisom. So today I want to share with us how to draft the easiest shoulder princess dart, and this one will give you a very perfect fitting when you make your clothes with it. If this is something you would like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. Now let's get started. So with me here I have my curve for my armhole, my straight ruler, my tape rule, my scissors, and my marker. Let's get right into it. So here I'll be marking the horizontal line for my measurement taking. So first line I'll mark here is my armhole line. For my armhole I use 8.5 inches. This measurement varies. Okay, this measurement is not a fixed measurement, it depends on your size. For me, I was using 9 inches before, but I found out that it does not sit right how I like it. I do my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1. So I noticed that that measurement always make my sleeve to gape at the armhole, so I started using 8.5 and it works perfectly. So if you try 8.5, it's not working for you. That's for me, I'm on a medium size, so that is why I use 8.5. So I'll mark 8.5 here for my armhole. I'll mark 10 inches for my bust point. I'll mark 13 inches for my under bust, because I like my under bust to be up. So that is why I use 13 inches. I'm actually supposed to use 13.5, but I use 13 inches so that I have a very small breast, so that is why. And then I'll mark my half length, which is 16.5, because this is going to be a half scale block, half scale shoulder princess dart. So these are the lines we'll be needing for this. So I'm going to label my lines now. This is my armhole, also known as my chest line. This is my bust point, so I'm going to label it BP. This is my under bust, I will label UB. This is my waistline, I will label half length. I hope we are following. So I am going to impute my neck width and neck depth circumference. So here I'll be using neck width of 3 inches and neck depth of 4 inches. Like I said, this is just standard measurements, of which you can always alter it to your preference. This is just the basic measurement for any dress you are making. So I'm going to draw my neckline with my curve, and then I'll take in my shoulder measurement divided by 2. So my shoulder is 15, divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'll take it right here, and I'll mark the 7.5 on my chest line as well. That is my armhole line, to get a straight line. So I will mark it, and this is it. Then I'll come down by 1 inch from the tip of my shoulder. I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, because as you all know, our shoulders are not straight. Then I'll connect it to the neck width, that is the shoulder slope. Then for the armhole curve, I'm going to divide what I have here. Okay, I'm going to divide my bust. I'm going to impute my bust measurements, please. My bust is 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. So I'll impute my 9.5 here, and I will get the midpoint of this remaining shoulder line, which will be 7.5. So I'll get the midpoint here, right here. I will go in by 0.75 inches. I use 0.75 because I feel it fits better. So you can use whatever, you can use 0.5, but for me I use 0.75 because I feel it fits better. Now I'm going to I hope you can see how I place my curve right here. I make sure my curve is touching this 0.75 points I made there, and then touching my bust divide by 4 points right here, and I make the curve like so. And then I go ahead and blend with my straight ruler to the top like so. So now I am going to impute my waist measurement divide by 4 plus dart intake. For my dart intake, I am going to be using 0.75 on both sides of the dart. So when I use 0.75 plus 2, 0.75 plus 2 times 2, sorry, is 1.5 inches. So I am going to put my waist measurement divided by 4 plus that 1.5. So my waist is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5 plus 1.5 is 9 inches. So I will impute the 9 inches here and connect it to my chest, my bust line, like so. Then I will take in my dart. My bust span measurement is 7.5 divided by 2 is 3.75. So I'll take 3.75 on my waistline here and on my bust point line, and I am going to connect with a straight line. So this line is where I will be taking in my dart. So on this waistline, this is where I will take in my 0.75 dart measurement. 0.75 here and 0.75 here. That is 1.5. So if I measure what I have left, I will have my exact waist measurements divided by 4. That is what I will have left. So let's measure it and to be sure. So here I have almost 3. I'll take what I have here and cross over to this line and measure it. So that's the 7.5 inches I have. Then what we are going to do next, I'm going to measure, because like I said, this pattern is for a very perfectly fitted dress. So on this line, I'm going to be taking the difference between my back bodice and my front bodice. My back bodice is actually 14 inches while my front is 16.5. So if I have to make the side of the front and the back to match, I will have to find a way to take in this side. So that is what I am going to do here. So from this bust point, I'll come down by 2.5, which is the difference between the front and the back, and I'll take the dart to the bust point. I know if you're confused, just just calm down. By the end of this video you will understand better. So this right here is the difference between my front and my back. So by the time we open up and hold this together, this side must have aligned with my back, the side of my back. So this this way, it's not going to, nowhere is going to budge, everywhere is going to be perfectly fitted. So on this line, I'm going to take half of it, which is 1.25. I'll take half of it and come out by 0.75. You can come out by 0.5. These measurements vary based on size. So I'll come out by 0.75. I'll connect it to the armhole line and then connect it to the waistline again, so that by the time we close our dart, it will not be shorting. So this will serve as what will make up for the any cutout that we will have. So what we will do next is to take our shoulder dart. Very easy, very easy. I actually prefer the shoulder dart because it makes it kind of like, I just feel it packs your breast very well when you use shoulder dart. Though princess dart is good also, but I just prefer shoulder dart because it gives me a kind of comfort when I wear a dress, when I use it on a dress. So this shoulder here, I will measure what I have on my shoulder and divide it by 2. I'll just flip my tape like so. I hope you're seeing. Please pay attention and you will not be confused. So this is the half of it. So the half of it right there is what I will take straight to the bust point. Voila! You can see the shape of our bust is already formed. So this is the shoulder princess dart. The next thing we are going to do is to take our under bust measurements. Our under bust measurements is, it varies. So we just have to be sure that what we have here is this exact same measurement for our under bust. So my under bust, I also use 30 because I like it to be very firm, which makes the breast to be well packed. So I will measure what I have. I will measure my under bust, divide by 4. This is my under bust, divide by 4, 7.5 right here. I will measure what I have left. I have 2.1 inch, 2.1 inches. So the 2.1 inches, I am going to distribute it on this both side of the dart leg. Okay, so what I normally do is 2.1 inch, I'll take 0.5 inch, 0.5 on this side of the dart leg. I'll take 0.5 on this side of the dart leg, this smaller side, and then I'll take the remaining figure I have, 2.1. You take in half, and then what is left in that 2.1 is what you will impute on the other side of the dart leg. This way we will have a perfect fitting. So I will connect this with a curve like so. Please pay attention, kindly watch what I'm doing so you will not get confused. Okay, then I will connect it down to my waistline. Then again, I use I connect this side. Then connect to my waistline with a slightly curved ruler. So now this is what we have. Okay, I am going to show you, of course, like I said, this dart line, I'm going to cut here open so that I'll be able to close this difference between the front and the back side. So I am going to cut this middle line open and close this place. That is how you close it. It actually remains closed when you're cutting. Okay, like I said, you open up this dart leg to be able to close this side, like close it. Let me show you guys. So this is what I mean. I am opening up the darts right now, the middle darts. I'll get to the bust point and I'll stop, because in pattern drafting you have to open one dart up to be able to close another. So you open it up and close this one like this. Okay, I'm going to tape it down right now with my cello tape. So we'll blend this line to meet the chest line. So this is it. We are done with the front. I hope you understood everything that I just explained, and please, if you're confused about anything, kindly let me know in the comment section and I'll be very glad to answer your question. Thank you so much for watching. Please kindly support me in any way you can. Like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. God bless you. See you in the next video. Bye.